P-Town Radio listeners, good afternoon. My guy Tendai is in the house.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful to have you back, my friend. Wonderful to have you. How are you?
Me, I'm good.
Yeah?
Good. How are you?
We've been quiet for let me just checking the social media if all is good.
Yes.
Up and running.
Yes.
Should be coming up. Bear with us 2 seconds. Yes, we're all live and up and running. Let me just take the volume down to see if we are streaming well. For those listening to us, welcome to P-Town Radio. Welcome to our business talk, our Friday business talk. And today, for those listening, it has been a couple of weeks we were not available, but we are still streaming on our restream.
Yep.
We're still streaming on our app. So for those who don't know those are following us on social media like Facebook and YouTube, we also have an app. Please download the app or P-Town app where you can find the previous episode, but you can also listening to our repeat session. We've had some amazing information out there. We've been sharing with so many people. So crack on with it. It's 1 p.m. in Plymouth,
Yep.
in England. It might be 3 p.m. in Harare, or is it 2, or is it 1 as well?
1 hour ahead.
It's 1 hour ahead, so it's 2 p.m. similar to Kigali. So yes, it's 2 hours ahead in southern Western Africa, and 1 hour ahead. Sorry. And yes, for those listening us internationally, welcome, and for everyone watching us online, well done, and welcome. So today I'm with my colleague Tendai Madume. Tendai, kick on.
Yes. Good afternoon. Like you said, it's 1 p.m. UK time. We just pushed our time a little bit further, but happy to be
It's
here.
better.
It's a Friday. Happy to be here. Happy to see you, Jabo. After probably a long while since since we last catch up, and you've kept the show going.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well done. Is this what they say, isn't it? The show must go on.
Let's go your back.
Yes. Yes.
So it means I'm allowed to take now 5 weeks off, yeah?
Yes.
I'm
No,
not going.
you're not allowed. You're not allowed. You can't do it.
It's amazing for having you back in the room. And yes, well, you the host, yeah?
Yes.
You are the host. You're back in your chair as a host.
Ah,
I was hosting while you were absent,
Yes.
but now I'm the guest back on the back. But we the co-host actually.
Yeah.
We are co-hosting. So, shall we tell people what is it all about?
Yes. So welcome to the show. This is Business Talk tonight. Jabo Butera. We took place every Friday from 12 to 1, but today we are taking from 1 to 2.
Yes.
Around that time. Please join us every Friday. Somewhere around that time we are live.
Yes, we are live.
And we are having the conversations that builds you and me in terms of entrepreneurship. We are here to have a conversation around entrepreneurship and the impact of the businesses from the BME perspective, where we are in Plymouth. But whatever we talk about here covers everywhere, isn't it, Jabo?
It does. Yeah. And there's the terminology you just you dropped that. Many people might not understand what it is. What does BME stand for?
Yeah. Are you asking me?
Yes. So the BAME terminology, a lot of people use that, and then we have few times people saying, "What's the right terminology using?" So if an individual from the Black or the Asian background,
Yes.
living in England, because of the demography and the numbers, we are minority
That's correct.
compared to our white counterpart. That's what it is. So it's the Black Asian minority ethnicities. That's what most people don't understand.
Yeah.
And you still have these challenges. Oh, we should be called global majority. Yes, majority in terms of global, yes, but we live in England.
That's correct.
And the England comes in the global. So yes, you might be global majority, but in England, you are still minority.
That's correct.
And that's what you have to do. There's not that same, it's because diminishing or feeling smaller because you're minority. No, it's not about the numbers. It's about the quality.
That's correct.
Oh,
wow.
a big drop.
Wow, Jabo, you've been doing some extra English lessons, have you?
Oh,
your English is getting better.
yes.
I speak to you.
Yeah.
So yes, so we're here trying to encourage, empower, talking about people who are out there living around us
Yes.
here at Devon and Cornwall, which is Plymouth. This is where P-Town Radio is best. So the conversations that took place between Jabo and myself are surrounded by entrepreneurship, starting on businesses. Jabo is from our business diversity incubator. Tell us more about that, Jabo.
Yes. Well, thank you for the introduction. So, as we say, my name is Jabo Butera. Um, Currently, I'm the managing director, co-founder of Diversity Business Incubator. We've been going for 5 years. Founded this organization 5 years ago. Growing stronger in terms of the numbers, like staff and offices and size. So we're growing in size and reaching. We started in Plymouth, but now we are trading in the Bay, so Torquay, Paynton, the Torbay, Bay, what they call the English Riviera.
The English Riviera.
Yes, the Monaco of the Monaco of England,
Yes.
because a lot of people understand here about Monaco because one or because of the Grand Prix and the luxury around there. So we have this similar, not exact, but yes, we have an English Riviera. So we're working in that area as well as Exeter. So that's demonstrating our growth and our expansion.
Yes.
Again, the target and the aim. Our aim is poverty reduction.
Yes.
We're on that journey, saying how do we reduce poverty.
Yes.
We're not saying we're going to eradicate it immediately, but as people living in England, what is our impact?
Yes,
What is
correct.
our positive impact?
Yes.
And how do we move that dial from too much month at the end of the money to at least enough money at the end of the month?
Yes.
So that's our aim. And how do we do that? Mainly it's through celebration, but also encouraging entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That's why I go around asking people, why are you not working for yourself?
Yes.
But that question can be asked to myself. Why am I not working for myself? I do that because I work for myself. I've been working for myself for the past nearly 15 years now.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm coming to share that experience I've had of working for myself.
Yes.
And that's how it has helped me to move. And I'm still on that journey. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm on that journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But every day is a progress.
Of course.
Every day I move the dial of that towards financial freedom on my pace.
Yes.
I'll decide to wake up at 4 in the morning, or I'll decide to wake up at 10. I'll decide to work in this sector or collaborate with so and not so and so because I have that freedom to do it. But it has been about 15 years on that journey.
Yes.
So yes, that's me in a nutshell, and that's why I'm kind of like giving maybe a reason why I'm sitting behind this microphone and sharing that knowledge.
Yes, thank you very much, Abu. So we're going to jump into our session for the day.
Can you do the disclaimers
That's
quickly?
That's where we're
Ah.
doing. Yes. So the following program is brought to you by P-Town Radio. For more information about our radio station, our shows, and all things we do and behind the scenes, please head over to our Facebook page, social media is P-Town Radio, and make sure you also check our website as well. It's available. It's live. We need content as well. We need content creators and presenters
Yes.
out there to join us to make this radio station as successful and powerful as it can be. And don't forget to check us out on our partners as well, which is Diversity Business Incubator. Just mentioned about them. They're our good friends at DBI and their social handles, which you can get hold of them for anything. And they got a lot of content there as well. There's something you should follow if you are around Devon and Cornwall. So it is important you go and check them out. They are on socials at DBI on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Facebook, the Diversity Business Incubator. There were a lot of content on their LinkedIn and also on YouTube. So the vision and ideas expressed in the following programs are strictly those of Tendai Madume Jabo Butera, and not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by P-Town Radio as a radio station.
That's really good.
Yes.
So the views are our views.
That's correct.
Just to let people know that.
Yes.
But we're saying the views we are giving is our lived experience.
That's correct.
It's that what we've got as experience.
Because of that, welcome to Business Talk.
Yes.
Let's get the discussion going. Jabo, cost of living. How are you getting on as an entrepreneur? Let me give you an example of myself. I run a small barbershop.
Yes.
in a city center
Yes.
at Abington Street. It's an Afro-Caribbean barbers called Cat's House.
Yes.
And the overheads of that business right now,
Yeah.
I can't close the business because it's a community hub. Our barbershop represent the community of, from Black community.
Yes.
We value our barbershops.
Yeah. We don't come just to cut the hair.
No, there's
It's-
a lot of conversations that take
Yes.
place in the barbershop.
It's a therapeutic.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's a okay, Jabo.
Yeah.
Okay, so the overheads right now in terms of electricity mainly,
Yes.
it's extortionate.
Yeah.
It's becoming too much
Mm.
that we are struggling to make ends meet. How, as an entrepreneur, how can you deal with that in this cost of living?
Wow, that's a massive question, and that's I think why we put it out here.
Yes.
And we're not saying we're the only one having the answers. We try to give the answers.
Yes.
But again, if you have an answer, you can reach out to us. They can people always, on our social, on our Facebook, you can drop us a message. We'll be able to.
Yes, or you can call in if you want.
Yes.
Call 07835490010 and get
Yeah.
involved and do a contribution if you can. And
Yeah.
tell us how you're doing it.
Yeah.
How are you managing it?
Yeah. So your question is there. So and let me maybe touch on as well on this conversation where the cost of living. What is it? You just mentioned about the rising prices of cost. So we have already this challenge. The Black entrepreneurs or our people from our community, Black communities, when we start our entrepreneurs, we start from very limited resources.
Yes.
We need to know that. We need to acknowledge that. We don't start from a large resources. One is either you borrowed money from cousins or your own savings, which are not most of the time a large capital. So, and then when the cost of living rises, i.e., you're talking about this increased on your operational cost. So your operational costs have just gone high. Electricity is one of the operational costs. The rent gonna be high. Bin collection is gonna go high. Wages is gonna go high. Supply is gonna go high. So all these operational costs will have an impact on the businesses, which already had a really, really minimal or limited resources to start with. So this will trickle down, and then most of the time you find what the challenge we're having: people starting cutting corners.
Yes.
I used to sit on the barber's chair, and it'll take about 45 minutes. They're doing it in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yes, because they're trying to cut as many heads as they can.
Or not spending much on electricity.
Yes.
Because the more the clipper is going, the more the meter is running.
That's correct.
So I'll quickly so that I'll cut down on the electricity.
Just give me an idea there, Jabo.
That's cutting corners. Right? Or you can start passing some burden on the customers.
Yes.
All these things don't help because now you've taken that burden. So the cutting prices, I remember very well. We used to cut the hair for less than 10. We used to cut the hair for what was it, £7? And then if you give a tenner, you're like tipping.
Yes.
Now £15 is nothing. The minimum is £15.
Yes.
And then it's still becoming small. It's not enough.
No, not at all.
Right. So I used to cut my hair weekly. Now I'm going 4 weekly.
That's correct.
Because the prices are going up. You passing the burden to the customers, but the customers themselves are going through that rising of cost of living. Then it becomes they don't attend more often.
Yeah.
So suddenly we used to do every week. We used to have how do you call it? Every week we used to do the hair. I don't do it anymore. I'm doing now every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then some have already 10 doing home. Someone who just decided I'm not gonna have style anymore. I'm just
take it off.
So you see all that
removing hair.
Yeah, all those are trickling impact. So when people say cost of living, they think it's just a joke.
No.
Or it's a big terminology.
Yes.
It's having a massive impact in this world we are living in.
That's correct.
Stress levels are going high. As you're saying, you are not closing because this is a community hub.
That's correct.
So you've moved from business logic where you're saying, if I'm not making money, I'm closing. But you and then it comes to our culture, which we'll be able to touch on, We don't do business for the sake of business. You hear here they give them terminology, social enterprises. I'll say all the black businesses are social enterprises because we do things with emotion connected on it. There is another underlaying reason why I start my business. It's not for pure buy and sell and profit.
Yes.
There is that community or what helping the society. So most of our black businesses are social enterprises by nature,
Yes.
but we don't shout about it.
No.
So you having those impact now. You're saying if I close, so and so used to come and sit here, they're not going to be able to do that. And so come and have a chat here. It's not going to happen anymore. Then we're having this challenge. So we need to acknowledge the this crisis is serious, and it's just starting to affect it, and it's going to go longer than what planned. Instead of just burying our head in the sand,
Yeah.
this is where we let's have this conversation.
Yes.
And if you ask any professional, in the health sector or anywhere, when there is an illness, the first way of solving that illness or healing that illness is diagnosis.
Mhm.
So what we're doing here is diagnosing, because a lot of people are not realizing it.
That's correct.
They're not putting a name on it. And if I'm not putting a name on it, I'm just pretend. How are you gonna heal if you haven't put the name on it? So diagnosis is important. Talking about it is important, and that's why we're here.
That's correct. But let's talk about. You did mention there, like from a BME background, we normally start our businesses in a very
Mm,
small resources.
mm.
How do you overcome that? Is there anything that we can do to overcome that, or that's the state of our?
Yes, there is many ways of doing that.
Yes.
The big challenge, as I'm saying, is this. We need to acknowledge we're starting on very, very limited resources. And we had this conversation last time when we were talking about access to finances.
Yes.
We have a big challenge of accessing finances because of our background or our journey. I haven't been known by the bank
Mhm.
since I was born, no, or since I started banking. Nowadays, my daughter, she's 6 years old, she have a bank account.
Yes.
By the time she's becoming 20, the bank knows her. They've
Yes.
seen her banking system. They've
Yes.
seen money trickling in, or even if it's not every month,
But something.
dad puts in every 3 months, but it's her name on that, so they can see she's been banking. She's bankable.
Whereas you are coming in at
Tendai Madume,
at 40.
my friend, your name came in the banking system. There's not even 20 years.
That's correct.
While the system says the minimum to be viable, you have 40 years of banking, or your family name
Yes.
to be known.
Yes.
So one, we don't have that track record. Two, we don't have guarantors. Who's gonna guarantee you?
That's correct.
The one who's born here, the parents will guarantee them because they have that track record.
That's
So
correct.
if Madume's name were banking well before you were born,
Mhm.
so when they say we guarantee his name, they'll look at them, they'll check them, they say, oh, they've been banking for 60 years, 70 years. My friend, no. Our children will get that chance because we're banking on it now,
Mm.
and then they're going to banking on it. By the time they come to 20, they're going to add our 30 years here, gives them 50 years of guarantee, and the system will unlock the vault.
Yeah.
For us, it does not.
No.
So we have to hustle.
Yes, I like that. So we have to hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle is our second name.
Yeah.
So Jabo, let's move on. Talking about the businesses that people are creating, starting up businesses, and as a social, in terms of that people can go now and start these businesses.
Yeah.
And some of them, like you mentioned, they are from a social enterprise.
Yes.
They support.
We all social enterprises. Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about the challenges that economic, like right now the cost of living is very high. What impact does it have on a social level in terms of Smileys, they close down?
Mhm.
How is that kind of business can affect the community? Because remember, we are on a community radio station.
Yes. So
Yeah.
so it means already we have a challenge over where to acquire our products. So
Yes.
we have a limited not only the resources to start, but the limited existence of our own supply. So if you're looking for a haircut, an African barber shop, male or female, you need to walk right?
Yes. Yes.
So if one closes, means the three which we all had, we only go back to two.
Yes.
So it's a community losing. While in terms of numbers, the numbers are growing. We have international students coming.
Yes.
The international students are coming, but where are they going to be doing their hair? There's no that diversity. There's no that many places they'll go to get this. Same thing. I want to be doing my shopping. I want my sadza. I want my butumbutumbu. I want my kalalu.
Mhm.
Right? If you're English, white British, and you know all this terminology, well done, my friend.
Yes.
You've been reading.
You've been your research.
You've been doing your research. But hey, every black person you tell them that name, it will resonate. They go, yes, I know what is kalalu. I know what is smoked fish, right? I know what is sake. I know what is jollof, right? But where do you find this product? Now we already have that challenge of not having so many of them in the southwest here, but with this cost of living, some are closing, means we are losing more of how to access this one. So it become harder, and the price going higher.
Yes.
Means I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be struggling if I'm living in the southwest here, where a kilo of smoked fish is £6.80 in Plymouth.
Yep.
If I go to Birmingham, it's £2.80
£2.80. Yes.
because they have bigger range to pick from. There is more than 20 shops, because there's other abundance. For here, because there is none of that, the price goes high. And who suffers? The public. So it's a public crisis going on, but we're not talking about. So how do we encompass this? How do we counter this? It's through that creativity.
Yes.
We need to be creative.
Yeah.
We need to be innovative.
That's correct.
And that's where the conversation comes here. Innovation and creativity comes as well through collaboration.
Yes. Yes.
That's where the strength of coming together is needed. We're not doing much of that. We need to start doing those collaboration for us to, the community need to come together and support local businesses. So we're coming together to support local businesses. I know places, I think actually in Africa, they're still doing that. One person will go to the market in Harare, and they come from one of the suburb near the surrounding of
The CBD.
city, the vicinity of the city. They will travel, they'll buy the whole goat, and they come back, and then they'll slaughter it, and everyone will take piece. You are doing it already in your neighborhood. I saw you that last time doing it.
Yeah.
You went and bought a cow, then you shared, but you put the money together to go and buy bulk. So that it gives you a chance to buy on a lower price.
Yes.
Because you're buying bulk.
Yes.
But if Joe runs and get a small, Tom comes and get a small, the other one go and get a small, it's not helping.
No.
And then Stu, if we're saying we're buying bulk now, the businesses will start thinking, I need to get my supplier in bulk because I have a demand. But if you don't have that supply and you buy in bulk, and then it ends up in the storage because no one came and they're only picking small, it does not help. So community needs to start thinking, coming together to support local businesses.
That's what we're talking about, collaboration.
Yes. And innovative ways of doing that.
Yes. Not to fear competition, which in our community seems to be the norm.
Yeah.
Competition is healthy. We talked about understanding that competition brings people into your place of work. So if I have a barbershop here and one opens next to mine, I should be happy with that.
Yes.
Because what will happen is every time someone is thinking of having a haircut, what do? They think of the street where the barbershops are.
Yes.
Now, if you space yourself where one is on the top, one is on the bottom, you are likely to divide customers.
Yeah.
Or
them finding another way.
Yes.
Or them finding another way, another alternative where both of you are losing.
Yes.
Let's say they'll buy a clipper and do it themselves.
That's correct.
Because they see there's no that.
But how can we promote this collaboration, Jabo? Because we're talking about dealing with the cost of living, which is taking place. I mean, when talking of cost of living from an entrepreneur perspective, it's an
Yes.
element of overheads. It's an element of how much you are spending for you to make the money
Yeah.
or to make a living. And at the moment, we are saying things are getting very, very, very expensive. So that means we need to either find a way of doubling our intake,
Yeah.
doubling our
Mm.
services.
Hmm.
If it's a
Hmm.
service you're providing, if it's a barter trading, if you're providing whatever it is you are doing,
Yeah.
you have to find a way of notching that by 5%, 10%,
Yeah.
because otherwise things around you are going up.
Yeah.
Electricity, water,
Yes. It's all going. Yeah.
broadband,
Yeah.
everything is going
Yeah.
up. Because
Yeah.
these days you don't go
Yes.
any office without Wi-Fi.
That's the first thing they ask,
Yeah.
even before asking your name.
Is the Wi-Fi?
Hi, nice to meet you. What's the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I say, oh, hello, my name is so and so.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the password?
I like that. Yeah. So we're trying to talk about collaborations here.
Yes.
Working together. I had a meeting this morning from Made in Plymouth. Shout out to
Mhm.
Made in Plymouth.
Yes.
They reach out to us, P-Town Radio, so we can make a collaboration
Mm.
in terms of
Yes.
providing content
Mm.
to people.
Yeah.
The conversation we're having there, they're collaboration conversations.
Yes.
But what that's going to happen is going to make P-Town Radio better.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of collaboration
Exactly.
you're talking about.
Exactly. So this is what we're talking about. For me, I mean, the other terminology people use most of the time is called flexibility. Creating that flexibility.
Yeah.
How to become flexibility and creative. Because like Made in Plymouth, they reach out to you.
Mhm.
They've been there for a long time. They've reached out to other organization. Well, this organization they reached out, have they mentioned about P-Town? How come they only coming to P-Town now while they've been there before?
Yeah.
See?
It's all about that
Innovative flexibility. So when I promote something, I need to put the other person's name on it so it's been known. Because that's where it shows that creativity.
Yes.
Let's use the digital platform we're using, because Made in Plymouth is more of a digital platform as well.
Mhm.
So that flexibility is missing. We're still playing the rigid element of how do you call it? Me, myself, and I.
Mm.
We need to be able to do the flexibility and being creative. The flexibility comes in the collaboration. We need to be able to do using the resources we have, like technology, or like online or telephones.
Yeah.
When you're posting and you're posting about you all the time, it's not going to take you far. See, this is the tips we're giving to people. These ideas we're giving to people.
Yes.
My company. So, I'm at the whole. We've just done. It's you all the time. That's not going to take you far. You are a barbershop. How about you post about the other barbershop? Say, oh, did you know there is this one over here? Did you know this barbershop has opened? Check them out. Can you see the growth were happening?
Mhm.
Suddenly you're talking about someone else and you are promoting them.
Mm.
I'm telling you what, people are gonna see that poster, they're gonna come to you, they go like, that's really nice. You were promoting that, but you are really good. So you see, it comes back to you. But if you talk about you, they forget about that. So flexibility is really important. The other thing is the mentoring and networking.
Yes.
We do not mentor each other.
Yes. Who is your
We
mentor?
do not share the knowledge we have. We do not pass on.
You're right. Who's your mentor?
Yeah. You think you know all of it. You cannot hear from the other person.
Yes.
But who's mentoring you and who are you mentoring?
That's a very that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Who is your mentor
Yes.
for anything? Regardless what it is, it could be for marriage, it could be for business,
Yeah.
it could be for anything. The question is still remains: who is your mentor? That's a very big question.
That's one. Mentoring is lacking in our community. In the Black community, mentoring is lacking big time. If it's arrogancy, I don't know. If it's the big head, I don't know. I don't put my finger on it. Why don't we just sit on the feet of someone and learn?
Yes.
It's becoming like it's a big problem to learn from someone else.
Yes.
Every time I've seen some businesses starting, young people starting their own businesses, but they won't come and ask for advice to you. They won't ask come advice to me and you. We've been running business together. If we put our collaboration, 30 years of experience,
That's correct.
and we're willing every Friday we come here to talk about it, but they don't come forward.
No.
Down the line, they've closed.
Yes.
Who is your mentor? Second, we talk about networking. My friend, your networking define your net worth. What is your surrounding?
Yes.
Where do you spend your time? Who are your peers?
That's correct.
I'm not going to be opening a cafe or a restaurant, and my peers is still the same young people we play football with, and the one we go jumping at the hole together, or we go out clubbing together on Friday. You're heading the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Business sector is different. Networking is important. Where is your networking?
That's correct.
Where do you network? I've opened my shop and I'm on my own there, sitting there, hoping people will come to me. I give you time.
I give you time. But listen, I've got people who can help them. If they really want help, team at DBI,
Yeah.
they can incubate their businesses, help them to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
We don't create goals for people, but we support
Yes.
their goals.
Yeah.
That's what
We what we're doing, we're sweeping the road so that you can walk.
yeah.
We're putting a carpet, you walk on it. But we cannot force you to walk on that carpet.
That's correct.
So your connections, like you say, you just mentioned, our Plymouth, it's not for you. You're not doing it for Cats or P-Town. You're doing for the young businesses, for the next business, for all the businesses,
That's correct.
so that you'll be promoting them there. Isn't that the red carpet you're putting for everyone?
Yes.
So you're not saying, oh, I'll show you how to do business. I'm out here, I'm tanking it down, opening the gate. Guys, come in. That's what we're saying. I'm on fire today.
Nice. Listen, this is Tadai Madume and Jabo Butera on P-Town Radio.
Yes.
Like I said, we're here every Friday from 4 till 6 on this wonderful platform of P-Town Radio, which is based in Union Street at the plot. If you've been here at the plot, you can see there's so many things happening here. We missed out on our regular service of coffee from Jabalani.
Oh yes.
This morning.
Oh yes.
But,
shout out to them. Yeah, I'm putting their website on the scroll. People can see those who are watching us on Facebook.
Yes.
You can see their website there. Shout out to them. And yeah, they've won the best organic coffee, and we've having so we start trickling. We start people seeing coming.
Yeah.
Can we have a little bit? Can we have this coffee? Can we have this coffee? So it's growing.
Yes.
Shout out to Jabalani.
Yes.
Really wonderful coffee. Oh yeah, you just reminded me. I'm gonna dash down there and get one.
Yes, we should. And if you are also in the city and if you're looking for work, Indiana Healthcare Services, which is in Matley, they're also looking for health care assistants if you are locally. Currently, they are not sponsoring. So please, if you are listening, go over and give them a call 01752 418014 and speak to the team. They can sort you out. So those our sponsors are out. Jabo, we'll take a small break. Yes, do you have any jingle to play for us?
Last time I had a challenge of connecting the jingle
From our system.
Yes, because
it won't
cable
come in.
won't happen in.
What happened?
Yeah, and
That's
and today I was saying,
That's okay.
it's just a welcoming back for you. I don't wanna. I've been here. I'm on fire.
I've noticed. Whatever coffee you're drinking in the morning, I feel I need
It's
a little
Jabalani.
piece of it. Jabalani coffee,
Yes.
I need
I'll let you coming in slowly and learn. Getting back in the mood, in the swing, in the groove,
group of
and then
things
come off that holiday
that I know.
mindset. Eh?
You're very correct there.
Yeah, but it's
It's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while. So maybe if we crack on and finish by about 45,
Yeah.
quarter to.
Yeah.
But let's hammer home
Mhm.
this challenge of cost of living.
Yes.
Let's see what is it need to be done
Yes.
for surviving. Because in the next 5 years, well, I hope me and you is still gonna be here
Yeah.
and talking about this.
Mhm.
But this is a tide coming in, serious tide coming in, and people have to brace for it.
Yes.
But if you're not being informed and you're just strolling as if it's just a normal walk of every day, my friend, you're in for a shock.
Yes. Yes.
If you haven't seen the price going up, I don't know where you live. I don't know which world you're living in. You cannot continue just living the way you used to be, spending as if you used to spend 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Things have changed.
Things have changed.
Prices are going up and they're gonna go up again.
That's correct. That's yeah. Yes, prices are changing. Majority of black-owned identified raising capital 40% and growing their businesses. 20% of the top challenges outweigh other common challenges. So basically, statistical out there, our business already suffering
Yes.
because of what you mentioned there
Yeah.
in terms of we start low already.
Yeah,
we start on zero.
Really limited resources.
So our chances of surviving. That's why many businesses, we're looking at the statistics. We start with way back. I think we need to find out where we are now.
Yeah.
I think we need to pull that statistics again, because remember that was 2021.
Yeah.
When we started read that British
yes, British Business Bank.
British Bank. Yes.
Yeah, report.
I think we need to revisit that.
Yes.
And see where, if anything has changed since. Then we do like a comparison of 2021, 2023. This is 2 years.
Yes.
And see if what we've been singing have probably improved. Because back then we understand that many businesses from the BME people, they don't survive to 5 years.
Yeah.
They rise and then they fall.
The death rate is going to be high, and we've seen it in Plymouth. This is not a theory. If you compare the many of businesses that are closed compared to those who's opened, we have more that have closed.
Yes.
Those who are opened. There are small restaurants we never heard they've closed.
Yes.
And others are just on that surviving, barely surviving.
Yeah.
Compared to the startup.
Yes.
How many businesses have you heard starting?
Lately, no.
No.
None.
There isn't. But you have big.
But do you think it's a fear of people? We are right. We're just right now saying the cost of living has gone high, and we want people to open businesses. Jabo, how does the two collide?
This is we're talking about the survival budget, the survival ways. It's easy. Either you stay in that cloud, right?
Yeah.
Either you do like an eagle, you go above the cloud.
I see.
Either you let the rain wash you away,
Oh.
either you climb above the cloud and then be in those elements where people are eagles, they're flying above the cloud. There are those who are flying above the cloud. This cost of living will hit, but it's not everyone who's going to die. Your choice. Staying in that element where you're going to be shot at and die, or climb up, rise.
We normally talk about this challenge, Jabo, isn't it? When we talk about people from the BME background not willing to take a risk, because what we are telling them right now
that's what makes me laugh
in this conversation.
Yes,
is we are saying cost of living is high, but at the same time we're telling people to start their own business. So one can think like, because cost of living is too high, I can't start my business. But
let me come back on that one, because I'm feeling it today.
Yeah.
You're saying we are afraid of taking a risk.
Yeah.
Your journey
Mm-hmm.
from where you come from to where you are today. Let's not talk about me and you, Tendai. Let's talk of what is on the news today. How many are dying on the boat coming here?
Yes.
Isn't that a risk?
It is a risk.
Right? You tell me who came having £1 million in the bank saying, I have my 6-month guarantees of saying. Even those who are coming on the student visas.
That's correct.
They don't have a whole year rental in the bank. They don't come saying he's a 1 year plan and the money he is to the landlord. I'm staying here, I'm paying for 1 year. You tell me, who does it?
We're just arriving and we take it from there.
How is that?
But we can take that risk.
What do you call it? Is it not risk taking?
We can't take the risk of
But
business.
that's what I'm sort of thinking about. It's not about risk taking. It's about the understanding of how to go into business. And I think this is why me and you have been on this video for trying to burst those myths. Don't fear going into business because they've told you it's a risky situation. No, it's not about that. It's about what is it to do to survive and thrive. Where we're talking about being that eagle climbing above the cloud. When you did that journey to come from where you come from to England, that's what you're trying to do. Climbing above the cloud.
Yes.
So that's when you can be an eagle flying everywhere. You are above the cloud, right? You decided to say, I'll make my journey. Me and my family will go and try somewhere else. where there's more potential opportunities. Now you come into that place, you've arrived, and they tell to you, this is another option where you can be able to generate and be able to use your innovation to generate income. You say it's high risk. Come on.
Yeah.
Who are you kidding?
Yes. So what is it then now? Why is it there is no this is it the way you grew up, we grew up in Congo?
Mm-hmm. I was born in
I was-
Congo,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
Ghana.
yeah, and Rwanda, yeah.
Rwanda, yeah.
So the East Africa,
East
mainly,
Africa, yeah. When you were growing up,
Yes,
there was no many entrepreneurs. Okay, let me talk about myself anyway.
yes.
When I was growing up, my father used to work. Used to work at service station, Shell.
Mm-hmm.
If I tell you that Shell, I think we got Shell here in the UK as
Yes,
well.
we have a
So
Shell. Yeah, Shell is a British company. Yeah,
it's a British company.
yeah.
So these are the only people who own businesses, and some Indians.
Mm.
You will hardly hear a black person in Zimbabwe apart from street vendors. I know it's a business, but we didn't call it a business back then.
Let me bring back you to Plymouth now. Plymouth is a ocean city, right? Plymouth is a marine city.
Yes.
Plymouth is a maritime city, right?
Wow.
The marine industry is the industry which brings money to Plymouth. Is what Plymouth is known for.
Yeah.
Princess Yacht, which is craft of yacht, expensive yacht, and Babcock.
Yeah.
These big technology. You tell me, among the black people, who supplies to Princess Yacht or Babcock? Zero. Who works as self-employed but works for Babcock or Princess Yacht from the black or Asian community? Zero.
But my point is, Jabo, that's what yes, I get that. But how? What I'm trying to say is, do you think it's a culture? That's. I want to. Wait, Jabo. Wait. My point is, why do black people in the UK, mainly probably in Plymouth where I am, we don't start businesses? We don't want to be entrepreneurs. No, we don't want to. We're scared, or we don't want to take that risk. The question is why? Is it an upbringing thing? When we grow up back home, I'm from Zimbabwe. We never used to see people saying, I'm starting my own businesses and it's flourishing. When people, those who are doing business back home and then selling tomatoes, selling this, we're looked down on. They were not business entrepreneurs. They were poor people. If you actually have a small businesses back home, small one, you're classified as poor. More than if you have a business in here.
Yeah.
Is that where we are not finding many black people? Now we are seeing them now, but not as many as they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Is it a culture thing?
It's not a culture. It's called mental slavery.
Oh, Jabo. Oh.
I'm on fire. I told you. I've been on the cooking for a while. This is a mental slavery.
So we were tuned.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we're still dancing on the same move, on the same music.
I think it's a topic on its own, Jabo.
Yes. There is a lot of examples. I've been in places where I am the landlord.
Yes.
And I have white people who are tenants. But the local authority will come and speak to those white people and ignore me.
The landlord.
Yeah. While I'm standing there.
This is a business.
It's like you start feeling like, am I supposed to be the landlord, or am I just supposed to be the tenant for life?
Yes. How can we change the narrative, Jabo?
Yes.
So now we know. How can we change the mindset? I think that's our next topic.
Yes.
We need to change the mindset, because I feel like that's where we can sing. We've been singing here for over 2 years.
Yes.
But I guarantee you, we're not seeing change.
But it starts me and you.
But we have been doing it.
We need to keep shouting it.
Here we are. But my point is now, maybe we are shouting the wrong message. We are talking about people to say start your own businesses, where we are talking to people who needs healing, who needs therapy from the mental slavery.
Who's your mentor? Who's mentoring you so that you can come off that mental slavery?
Yes. With that, Jabo, what are your last words? Because you've surprised me there today.
Well, my last word.
Fire.
Who's your mentor?
Yeah.
And what is your networking? Where do you network?
Yeah.
Why are your connections? Because again, don't forget, it's not about what you know. It's who you know.
Yes.
Your network is
net-
important.
Yes.
Go out there, network, meet, net worth.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're gonna be in that corner, poor,
Poor.
small,
Small.
easy to die.
Yes. 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 Thank you very much. This was Business Talk. Tonight, Madam Jabo Butera. Every Friday from 12 to 1, we are here discussing things that helps you entrepreneurship within the BME communities. This is P-Town Radio, your station, my station, Plymouth right now, favorite station. Jabo, it's been a pleasure to have you here, and I'm looking forward to see you next week when we're talking about mental slavery.
Yes.
I feel like we should talk about that in this business talk.
Have I just planted a seed?
Yes, you did. Have a good weekend, people, and stay blessed. Don't forget to catch myself, of course, from 4 to 6. I'm talking to Mr. Flex. He's got a new song.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, it's coming up with a new song called Good Morning.
Good morning.
It's a very good, catchy song.
Oh, I like that.
I know. So I'll be talking to him this afternoon from
Good
4 to
morning.
6 on Afrobeats Drive Time. So please
Yeah.
stay blessed, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Take care.